I didn't come with a filter podcast. It's your boy, Vassilis. Yeah, I'm a little bit better today. Yesterday, I probably was not feeling the greatest. I did actually feel like a bag of crap and shit and whatever. Right after I did the whole podcast and YouTube channel vid here, I actually had to go and puke my guts out. I don't know what happened. It could be a lot of things. It could be my stress. It could be just a lot of things adding up in my life right now. So, yeah. As I say on the last one, I'm writing songs about my mental health and how I feel and what I'm going through and the emotions. And, yeah, I actually have I have written a song called Beastly Bear Without a Beauty. I'm going to try to get this stuff, lay over and shit, and I'll do it. But anyways, let's jump in. What a Monday nighter football. Wow, that was ridiculous. I almost was wrong. If the Ravens didn't win, I was going to be shocked, but Lamar Jackson pulled out again a Lamar Jackson show-stealing game. So here we go. Ravens did it. I heard John Gruden resigned too. So, the guys, with the day of information, how it gets out and your personal emails get out, that's your personal issue and all that. That's what happens. It's, you say stupid shit, you're going to get in trouble for that stuff. So, whatever. It's your fault. You should man up. And I think he did man up and he owned up to it, but he also tried to cover it too at the same time, which doesn't necessarily work. So, kudos to the Raiders and kudos to him resigning. You're not going to have another job if this sport you're in doesn't want this stuff being it's not tolerated. Don't do it. Don't say it. Whether it was a personal thing or not, just keep your opinions to yourself. Don't say anything. Keep it quiet. Yada 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 yada. On that, I don't want to even talk about it because it's I can get furious about this. This is my take, my opinion, my view on it. But again, it is not acceptable. You're supposed to be including everybody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a racist, a bigot, a misogynist, whatever. Keep your opinions to yourself because it doesn't belong in any of this stuff. As I say, there's golden rules in jobs, and those are one of them. So, period on that. Yeah. NHL starts tonight. Yeah. So, you got Pittsburgh versus the defending champs, Tampa Bay Lightning. So, I'm going to take Tampa on this one, just because it's Tampa. Tampa does a really good job. They ass-kicking machines that they are. Vegas versus Seattle's very first game of the regular season. So, I'm going to say probably a lot of butterflies going in. Vegas is probably going to take it, so that's my call on that. And then Wednesday, you got the another big start to the NHL season, which is Montreal versus Toronto. This is an interesting one. This is probably one of those interesting games that are going to happen this year. Because Carey Price isn't in net for Montreal, and that really does suck. But, he's dealing with some personal things, and, I'll give the guy credit. He's going to go and deal with it, and that's awesome. Toronto, I don't know if Matthews is going to be in the lineup. There's rumors, there's news saying that he isn't, so whatever on that. My prediction, Toronto might win that one. I hate to say it, but it's Toronto. I'm probably going to win it. Wow, my head is really misshaped. If you see me, I look like... Am I even, I don't even know. Washington versus New York and Washington. I'm going to say Washington, even though they might be Ovechkin-less. But still, Washington is a powerful team. New York, I know they're coming up, so I'm still going to go with the Washington Capitals. Winnipeg versus Anaheim. I'm going to say Winnipeg on this because Winnipeg is a solid built team. They're good. Chicago versus Colorado. News just broke of Nathan McKinnon tested positive for COVID-19, so he's pretty much ruled out. So, again, I'm going to still go with Colorado because Chicago is still, leaning up on trying to build themselves. And then we got the final game of tomorrow night, Canucks versus Edmonton. Okay, again, didn't fare well for us in the preseason. Okay. Looks like Alex Chiasson is being signed with Vancouver. Nick Patan is staying on the roster. Looks like they might be activating, because there was a lot of rumors and news coming out about Besser being on the IR or whatever. I hear Sutter is going on to the long-term injury reserve because of the lasting effects of COVID. That's all right, fine. We free up some more money on that end. McEwen is being assigned to Abbotsford, which isn't a bad spot for him right now, just because, there's a lot of players that kind of outshined him a little in the preseason and actually did more work than he did. Sorry, McEwen. I know that big fight with Cassian and all that, but it is what it is. Still no news on the Mott front, so I don't know about that. So the Canucks, I'm going to pick my Canucks because I am a diehard. As you can see, I'm wearing my Canuck hat. I got my stuff up on the Canucks. Got my bags over there with Canuck stuff. So I'm going with my Canucks. That's that end. Thursday is another matchups. I'm not going to cover that until tomorrow. So that's what it is. As I say, NHL's back this week. It's an awesome week. There is a lot of stuff going on in the sports world. Pro wrestling was Raw was kind of iffy with me because it wasn't the greatest episode. After couple of weeks, 3 weeks of solid good wrestling, it just kind of went. And I just tuned out. I didn't even watch it, really. I was watching, actually, the Dodgers and Giants game. I was disappointed. It was only a one score, and I was so disappointed with the Dodgers. I want them to win, so come on, Dodgers. Let's do this. I know it's a triple header tonight. I believe it is. It was saying on my phone because I got a notification. So let's see if my internet or my computer wants to work. Okay, it doesn't want to work today. Oh, maybe it does. No, that's not what I was looking for. Yeesh. Yes, the playoffs. I'm hoping... I want to see a White Sox versus Red Sox series in the AL. Just because... Okay, so it's the top of the second. Still scoring on 0-0. I want the Dodgers to win tonight really, really bad, so they're not out. I don't want the Giants to win because I don't want the Giants to ever win again on that front right now. I love watching the Dodgers play. I love the Dodgers to win. I want the Brewers to beat the crap out of the Braves, so, that's my opinions on that. That's my predictions. So, as you see, I gave you some of my predictions. AEW, my mistake is their Dynamite show is actually on Saturday. They're doing a Rampage on Friday. The first half an hour of Rampage is going up against the SmackDown's 2.5 hour episode. I don't even understand what this episode is because, again, I'm so more interested in my sports right now than my sports entertainment side, so I don't fully know. But I hear the last half hour of SmackDown is going to compete with the first half an hour of Rampage. And Tony Khan's already said he wants to see if he can kick. He's going to kick the main show, which is actually drawing ratings for WWE. It's ass. So let's see what happens. But as I'm going back to yes, it is NHL. Maybe I'll just go through a bit of the Thursday schedule. So the Thursday schedule, you got the Montreal versus Buffalo. Okay, well, we have the whole Jack Eichel situation going on in Buffalo. Is he going to get traded? Is he not? Is there something in the works? Is there not in the works? Who knows? But I'm going to say, because Montreal's playing back-to-back, they're playing one game with Toronto on Wednesday, and then on Thursday they're playing Buffalo. So, I'll take a loss probably in Toronto, win in Buffalo. Toronto's doing the same thing, but they're only a commute away from, Toronto in Ottawa. I'm gonna say, like, with their Brady Chuckless is Ottawa, so just maybe again Toronto's gonna pull out a 2-0 home start of the season kind of shit going on. Pittsburgh versus Florida. At least Pittsburgh has some time to recoup because they play tonight. Florida looks like it's a pretty good team. It's a pretty stacked team. I'm going to go with Florida on it because I can't see Pittsburgh winning. And they're in the Florida state anyways because they're going from Tampa to Florida, which is, don't get me started. Rangers versus Dallas. Now, this is funny. Dallas is going to the Rangers. And that's going to be it's Rangers' second game, back-to-back kind of thing for them at home. Or no, not at home, because, so they got to fly from Washington to go back home to play against Dallas. Dallas is probably going to be the more eager team. They're going to probably want to come out swinging and beating the hell out of them. The Islanders versus Carolina. Okay, this is where I'm going to start getting. Islanders is completely stacked. Like I've said overall in my podcast, Islanders are stacked. They are a crazily stacked team. They're just stacked. And Carolina is starting to become a little more. Yes, they did do an offer sheet. Yes, Jesperi Kotkaniemi will be in their lineup. I don't see Carolina beating the Islanders. I'm thinking the Islanders are going to just wipe the floor with them. So that's my pick on that. Arizona versus Columbus. Okay. Jakub Voracek is in Columbus. And Line. Who does Arizona have again? We did take their top defenseman in Ekman Larson. We did take Connor Garland. Doesn't that just leave like Kessel and Keller? Ugh. Well, that's going to be a slam dunk of a pick, and that's Columbus. Tampa gets to go on the road to play with the Troy Stetcher, Detroit Red Wings, and yes, Tampa's going to take that game. I'm sorry, Detroit fans. I'm sorry, Red Wing fans. It's a simple slam dunk on that one. Seattle's playing their second game this season, and it's against Nashville. Okay. This one might be a pretty easy prediction because I understand Washington has some really good players. Don't get me wrong, they do. They got Ryan Johansson, Matthias Ekholm, Dan Ellis, Ryan Ellis, and all these other guys. They're really, really good. Sessions, they're good. They're just good. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. But they don't have Pekka Rinne in that. They have Saros, but they don't have a Rinne. Rinne was their top goalie in their franchise. Period. Okay. Oh yeah, Philip Forsberg is there too. Sorry, and Victor Arvidsson. Or is he? I don't think so. I don't think Arvidsson's in the pick. I don't even think he's there. So I'm gonna have to go look at this again. Victor Arvidsson. How do you spell Arvidsson? There we go. Oh, yes. I forgot. Well, my bad. He went to LA. So, yeah. Sorry. So they don't have him, but they have Philip Forsberg still. I believe Philip Forsberg. Let me check that too. Maybe they did some massive trades. Let's see. The current team. Yeah, I believe he's still with Nashville. Yeah, he's still with Nashville, so I was okay. I was all right. It's not... Seattle's got a better team. Let's just say that, okay? They got Giordano as their very first captain, so... Jordan Eberle, they got a lot of guys. They got a lot of guys there, so that's... Kudos to them. Vegas versus LA. Ooh, okay. Just talking about Victor Arvidsson. Quentin Byfield. Dustin Brown. Aze Kopitar. Drew Doughty. They got a lot of young guys coming up, and they got their veteran guys there too. It's a give and take. I will say probably Vegas takes it because of their roster is just so stacked. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go into Friday here. So wow. Vancouver has a really crappy schedule, as I can see right now. They're on the road, so their next game is Friday. Vancouver's next game is Friday, and it's in Philly. No Voracek Flyer, and no Nolan Patrick. They do have some players there, but Sean Couturier and all of them, and Shea Gostisbehere. I will pick, and I will say it, Vancouver Canucks takes it from Philly. That's my pick. Why I picked earlier with Vancouver and Edmonton, because I still want to see Vancouver win their first game of the season. Chicago versus New Jersey. Again, New Jersey's a young, upcoming team. They still have some veterans there. They're still going to be up there. They're going to be doing all right. It is what it is for them. They're going to be fine. That's all I can say. They're going to be fine this year. They're going to probably be a dark horse. They're probably going to sneak in. And they're versing Chicago. Chicago, they did do a lot. They traded off one of their top defensemen in Duncan Keith to Edmonton and all that. That's great. I will jump back to the pro wrestling thing because I just got a couple of feeds on that. As I say, but again, they're trying to rebuild, and that's fine. You know, a team that's won 3 cups in 4 years or whatever. You know, they did a lot with their young core at that point, and now it's time to kind of readjust, retool, rebuild, quick on the fly kind of thing. Minnesota versus Anaheim on Friday. That is interesting because I see more Anaheim winning that one at home than Minnesota winning away. So that's my call. Saturday, let's see what Saturday's got. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to cover Saturday, Sunday tomorrow, and Friday a little more. But as I say, for the next few, my picks are pretty much what I'm going to pick on right now. It is how it is. NFL, as I say, was really, really ridiculous last night. It was just massively nuts. Week 5 just went through. So let's do this again. Week 5. So now we're going into week 6. Week 6, we got the Buccaneers versus the Eagles on a Thursday nighter. Yes, the Buccaneers are picked. The Eagles kind of, they got a little lucky on the weekend, but again, whatever. I don't understand where this Dolphins and Jaguars game is being played. Because it's a 6th. Oh, it's in England. Another one. Okay, so first-year quarterbacks, maybe. I know they say Miami is highly favored in this game. The 0-5 Jags versus the 1-4 Dolphins. Oh my God, I can't even. I don't even want to predict this one. This one's going to be a brutal podcast on this. I'm going to just say it is going to be just stupid. Oh my God. I'm going to say the Dolphins, but if the Jaguars somehow pull out a victory, it would be a massive freaking shock. I think that would shock everybody, and it would literally send shockwaves through the world. It'd probably be trending if the Jaguars on Twitter and all social media. Jaguars win, first win, and it was out of America, and it was in the States, and first rookie quarterback to win out of the States. T-Law, it's just, freaking, I can't even understand that, but alright. Then you set up the Bengals versus the 0-5 fucking, what the hell, Lions. I'm going to pick the Bengals. Joe Burrow is just a dynamite guy, so I'm just going to say it. I heard what everybody said about Kansas City. I heard everybody says that's it. They're done. They're done for the season. They're 2-3. They're done. This is only week 6. If they can pull out a victory against the Washington football team, Mahomes and company, which I am going to pick, and I'm going to say Mahomes is going to run a gun show. He's going to run the ball. He's going to throw the ball, and he's going to make some freaking ridiculous plays against this team of Washington. I have this feeling, no offense to the Washington football team, but I'm pretty sure Mahomes is now officially pissed off. He is officially pissed off. Because he's 2-3, and he hasn't been like that. So he is. I would not put my money on somebody who is going to kick ass and ball out. So my money is on the Chiefs. Big surprise of the game series. Like, as I say, like, I'll go back. Jaguars versus, the Dolphins. That could be a major upset if the Dolphins lose to the Jaguars. But the chances of that happening are like 99.9999999% chance not happening. There's only a 1% chance in there. So when I go look at the Colts and the Texans, like, from what I take away from last night and how close the Colts were to upsetting Lamar Jackson and the Ravens before Lamar showed up and just did the Lamar show, smoking, running gun, ball slinging, balling out, crazy ass shit. He did it, and he did it fantastically. So my pick to that, it would be the Colts. I'm pretty sure the Colts, they scratch, and they smelt something, and that was what they did. And yes, to breaking news, a 1-year contract for Alex Chason. So they did sign him today. That is cool. That is great. Congratulations, Alex Chason. Welcome to the Canuck organization. Now back to my predictions. The Rams versus the Giants. Okay, this is maddening. This is crazy. This is chaos. My coffee just went cold. I ain't gonna drink that. I ain't gonna puke again. I am gonna shave today somehow. So I might have to put off my workout until tonight and then just kind of shave my head. As I am going to say right now, as I allude to, this Rams team is a complete different Rams team with Stafford in the lineup. Compared to the Goff, I guess you can say Goff era, to the Stafford beginning era, they're a really completely different team. Like, Sean McVay is a smart coach. He's a hell of a great coach. Don't get me wrong. He's great. He's going to probably be one of the greatest coaches out there. He's very intelligent. He's very meticulous on what he does. The Giants, on my side of things of what I see, they're, no more Saquon Barkley. He's out for the season, I'm guessing, because he got injured on the weekend. So now there's really nobody for Daniel Jones to really throw the ball to. I can't even understand some of these. I don't know most of the Giants things, so I know Giants fans are going to get mad at me, and I know, I just don't generally give a crap. I'm going to go with the Rams because the Rams are just, again, balling out, doing what they have to do to get back. It is insane. It is crazy, but it is the Rams. Chargers versus the Ravens. Okay, so two teams that are 4-1. Lamar Jackson, again, balled the hell out. And, Justin Herbert did what Justin Herbert did this past weekend. So he does ridiculous two things on, passing that ball, throwing it, getting in the right pockets, and making clear decisions before, not panicking. That's a smart thing. They got the Baltimore Ravens favored. I'm going to say the Chargers. For some weird reason, the Chargers just seem more dynamic, more cohesive, more in sync with each other. The Ravens, like, as I saw last night on the Monday Nighter, it was such a hard spot to see Lamar being in a predicament he was, and then he had to go and turn it around and ball out in the second half like there's no tomorrow. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. The Green Bay Packers versus the young man in Detroit, Justin Fields. I'll give all the credit to Justin Fields. He's got two big victories in his pocket right now. Like, for a guy who had to come in kind of like not knowing what he was going to be able to do, because they do have Nick Foles on there and Andy Dalton's out. Justin Fields, I love you, but bad man Rodgers is going to come out and he's going to get you. So the Packers are going to win that one. And him and Devontae Smith are just lighting it up together. Vikings versus Panthers. This is an obvious one. I'm going to say because of the last 2 games, I think the coaching staff, the offensive staff, and the defensive staff had to get together and just kind of work on a plot to not have Sam Darnold get sacked or covered or hit or whatever. This is just, it's a mass suicide on that front on him. So I think it's going to be a real challenge for this team to actually work together on the coaching staff side. I mean, not like the players. Getting the plays drawn up right for the players to protect Sam Darnold so he can throw it to DJ Moore as Christian McCaffrey heals up and gets ready for, I think, next week he'll probably be playing or the week after. So I'm hoping that happens. Cardinals are 5-0 versus the Browns. So I'm going with you can't go wrong with the Cards. Like the Cardinals of all teams. Seriously. Kyrie Murray is making everybody second guess themselves about him and his stats in the NFL. Like this guy was going to go to the ball league. He was going to go play in Major League Baseball. He was drafted, just like Russell Wilson, drafted by 2 teams in 2 different leagues. Okay, I don't remember which team he was drafted on in baseball, but he was a hell of a good ball player in baseball in college and a hell of a great player in football in college, just like Russell Wilson. Like, this is, you see, if he wasn't balling out here, I'm pretty sure he'd be balling out in the baseball world. So I'm gonna pick. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Brownie boys. I'm sorry, Brownie fans, but yeah, it's gonna be the Cardinals upsetting you pretty bad. The exit of John Gruden era begins for the Raiders. So the Broncos versus the Raiders. I'm going to take what I've heard is Derek Carr's got, again, another screw job on him for coaches doing personal matters and shit like this. So the Broncos are going to run roughshod on them. This John Gruden-less coaching team of Raiders are what they started at 3-0, and then now they're 3-2 versus another 3-2 team. But I'm leaning towards the Broncos. Just because the coach isn't there for Derek Carr. I'm sorry. Derek Carr, he finally found the right coach to motivate his ass. And guess what, Derek Carr? You just got screwed again by, bad timing, bad history. That's it. You got screwed. Cowboys versus Patriots. Again, the Dak Prescott and company are just going to take it to the Foxborough team in New England, and they're just going to say, sayonara, Patriots. Try again next year. Because the Patriots are going to go 2-4 this season, or by the end of this weekend. And the Cowboys are going to be 5-1, and that's how it works. Pittsburgh versus Seattle. So this is, for both teams, this is like almost the measuring stick of who's going to go where in their division. Because, again, to look at the stats in the NFL right now, it's really staggering because both these teams are in pretty much a bad situation. I'll look right now through in the NFC. I think it's the NFC. Yeah, the Seahawks and the Niners are basically tied for bottom. Okay. Because the Cardinals are running away with it, and then you got the Rams. So who's going to finish the 3rd spot? It's like, are the Niners and the Seahawks, their games depend on, and I don't see the Niners here, so it's a bye week for them this week. So as I look, the Seahawks could get ground on the 49ers if they could beat Pittsburgh. Problem with Pittsburgh is because if I go look in the AFC conference, the Steelers are basically 2 games behind Ravens and a game behind the Bengals and the Browns. So for both of them right now, looking at it, this is the week 6. This is a game that decides their fate, whether they continue making way to the playoffs or are they going to struggle. Just kind of like the Chiefs. The Chiefs are, in the AFC West with the Raiders, Broncos, and the Chargers. Chargers leading the way. Chargers are probably going to win and be 5-1. But again, they're facing the Ravens, so that's where like the contradicting of what I could predict is wrong. I'm not gonna even try to predict that end, but as I see it, it's a hard game. That is going to be like the game to watch for a lot of people this Sunday coming up, because it has got a lot of complications towards what is going to happen further on this season. With the Bills and the Titans this Monday night, yes, the Bills, I'm sorry. Josh Allen is a freaking goddamn god to the Buffalo fans. Like, Buffalo, wake up and realize you have a superstar next GOAT on your roster right now in Josh Allen. This guy and Stephon Diggs and Beasley and Singletary, they're just killing it. So it's ridiculous. So that's my predictions. I could easily just start switching them up next few days here, because I'm going to see what else happens. As I see it, that's right now. I'm just going to lock those in for today. I could always change them tomorrow. It is what it is. I know the NBA starts in not this week, the next week over. So I'll probably start doing some NBA stuff too. Yeah, I don't know what is the regular season for them yet, so I'm just whatever. I did a little more on the pro wrestling side. AEW's executive, Mr. Co-owner of the league, Mr. Tony Khan, he knows Wyndham Rotunda personally, but has not had any discussions with the man himself on any contracts or any joining AEW. So that's what he's saying right now. Who knows? Could be just a lot of smoke and mirrors. You just never know. Maybe Wyndham goes back to WWE. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he goes to Impact. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he goes to AEW. Doesn't. Who knows what is going to go on and transpire on that front. But with that being said, the pro wrestling world right now just kind of is like all over the place. Like, especially WWE. I know they're building up to the crown jewel thing, and again, I'm just totally lost. AEW's got Full Gear coming up next month, which is another, one of their bigger pay-per-views. That is kind of being, whatever. As I get news, I get news. But I'm so more concerned with the NFL, the NHL, and it's all starting right now. So I'm really, really happy. I'm super excited. Can't wait for the new NHL season to begin, because again, I get to do more content. From what I said beginning of this, it is what it is. I am doing great on a lot of stuff. I am working hard on my mental health. Like yesterday was not such a good day for me. It was just a real. Today's seeming to be alright. I'm not gonna go and push the envelope. I'm just gonna kind of relax, just chill, be happy on a lot of things. So that's my opinion on that. The other side of that, it's I'm as I say, I'm writing songs down with the mental health, just kind of feeling what I'm feeling, just write it down, maybe songs, poems, whatever. Just kind of journalize the shit out of it. Do a diary or whatever. I don't know what people call it anymore. But I am working harder, trying to just take steps, just slower steps, not eagerly going after things, not just gonna dial it down a lot more and just kind of refocus my energy. And yeah, it's a lot of hard work right now on that front. To tell you honest truth, I am very truthful on what I'm going through. I am very just, I did have a lot of this weekend. I was private about what I was suffering with, like panic and anxiety attacks. I was all over the page, and I didn't want to say anything to my father or anybody. I'd rather keep it within myself because it's easier for me to deal with on my own from what everybody else deals with. I am one of those people who rather just keep all his info to himself and just deal with everybody else's info because that's how big of a heart I have, and I deal with it that way. Looking like a bear / Shrek, it just kind of, everybody kind of just warms up to me on that front. So, besides all that, I'm going to now just say, all of you have a great Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to hit smash the subscribe, hit that like, leave me a comment. I am enjoying it. Thank you again. We're up to 271 subscribers, which I very much appreciate it. I love it. I'm trying to boost up those watch hours. I'm trying to make these a little longer, as I say. I'm trying to do my best, trying to produce a little more, try to give you more content. Maybe tonight, after my workout, gonna push my workout tonight to do tonight when I get home, do a little more of that. Maybe workout at night and then not so much in the daytime, just kind of do this and then do the workout at night. So I have a little more time to get down to the restaurant, put this up and do all that and do more of my work. So, as I say, yeah, enjoy your Tuesdays. If you're listening to the audio, please follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe, like, and comment. I really appreciate it. I love it. I thank you so much for all that. I'm putting a lot of work into this. I'm trying to do a little more every day. And yeah, y'all have a great weekend or great Tuesday.